Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm going to wait for you guys to find me because it always takes a little bit of time before people find us on Facebook. Okay, so for those who are catching my live for the first time, I am Jenny Lyon. I help women visionaries to become impactful leaders through deep inner work and light body activations and business energetics. Now, you may be new to this group, so if you are, welcome. If you have been hanging out with us previously, last week and this week as well, you know that we've had the event, Activate Your Higher Power, and that has been really, really, really epic. We have had some incredible results with the people who enjoyed the event, which was Monday to Friday last week. And then we've been adding some masterclasses this week as well, and we have one tomorrow as well. Activate Your Higher Power is a free event helping you create a irresistible offer and go to market with and find soul clients. So that was the purpose of that event. Anyway, I'm here today to talk to Julie, who is my lovely client, and we have been working together for a while. And I wanted to share some of her story and how she started off and then where she is right now. So it'd be nice for you guys who's been attended the event to just listen in and tune into this conversation to learn more about the energetics and learn more how it can improve your life as well. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to bring Julie on now and we're going to have a conversation. So I think we're good. Hello. So nice to meet you and have you here in the Facebook group.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, I'm very pleased that you're here. So we had a conversation yesterday as well with one of my gorgeous clients. And the reason I'm doing these sharings is so that people can get a bit more insight of how the energetic work not works just on a personal level, but on your spiritual mission, if you like, and how that is enhancing your life experience, really, and actually getting into alignment, because it's about alignment, really.
Hugely.
So I think I'll just hand over to Julie. So Julie and I have been working in my private program. So although we haven't been doing the business program, we have been working in the private program together, and I thought you'll just share a little bit about it, perhaps where you started and where we are right now, maybe.
Sure.
How long have you got?
Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously, you and I met quite a few years ago when you were doing your meditation groups and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd got to a space, just over a year ago now, where things were just not running with me in alignment at all. I was physically wiped out, very much working from the overwhelm mode most of the day. I'd come out the back of, grieving for my mum that had passed, straight into then having to care for my elderly dad. And I always remember you saying to me, you have to do this now. There's never a right time. I kept saying to you, it's not the right time. I've got to wait for this. I've got to wait for that. And you said, there's never going to be a right time. I felt like I had to feel well enough, or I had to feel strong enough, or I had to feel more focused before I could start. It just wasn't the case at all. And I started, and you'll know those first few months in the beginning were challenging, and I really had to dig deep, and I'm, the rewards from it have been amazing, but there was so much to clear. And you and I have had conversations many times where it's like I knew all this stuff. I've had a deep spiritual understanding and self-awareness for many years, which I developed some 30 years ago when I had an EME and there was nothing that could be done. But I just wasn't applying it. I thought, oh, well, I know this stuff, but I wasn't applying it. And I couldn't go deep enough, even though I was doing kinesiology, I had healers, I just couldn't get deep enough. And then we started doing our work, and the depth of the work we did was just incredible. I didn't think I could go to those levels. And being 55, you kind of think well, you're not that you're done. That sounds a bit defeatist, but I kind of thought there wasn't much that I hadn't looked at or explored. And I'm just in, from menopausal mayhem as well to now just feeling much more open. My attitudes have changed, and that's the important thing, my attitude to what I feel I can achieve. And even when I have the tough times, I get there. And the purpose, I've been saying this to you again for years, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what it is. I know I've got the spiritual awareness, but I don't know what it is. The difference is now I'm still not clear. I know I have certain abilities. I'm still not 100% clear, but I'm taking action.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. I'm taking action, and I'm doing my learnings this next year. And I wouldn't have even, this time last year, I couldn't have even been that. Those doors they were firmly closed.
Yeah.
So it's all about now taking the action, and the attitude. It's hugely different.
Yeah.
Hugely different. That alignment.
Exactly. So this is something, so when I talk about unlocking and activating in all these terms, it's really about freeing yourself in such a way that you take action on your dreams and nothing is really stopping you. It will be different pace for different people, but the point is to take the action and to move towards what feels right.
I
every
didn't
day
even...
in small steps or whatever, that's the point, right? Because this is where people are stuck and they don't know what to do, and they feel like they will never get unstuck unless, I don't know, this is why sometimes things happen as well to people that could be quite intense and dramatic and painful, because then it's like it opens them up and they're like, right, I've got to sort this out.
For me, it was like the healing. The healing came first, and the unlocking a lot of the little rabbit holes that were there that I needed to climb in to get that kind of stuff out and leveled off.
Yeah.
And then once that started happening, and I started to feel freer and much more settled in myself, it was all quite subtle, and started to feel settled, then understanding how the attitudes and the programming that I had previously self created wasn't working, and then looked into how to change that. But there was one thing that I did with you, which was the healing the witch wound.
The witch wound, the healing the witch wound.
It wasn't until 4 weeks later that had such a dramatic turn of events for me. And some of it is so subtle, you don't see it until you've moved on. But and then the shift happens, the alignment comes, and I could have sat there saying, oh yeah, okay, I've got a soul purpose. I know what but I don't know what my business is. Now I could get trapped in that mode, but I don't feel that anymore, because it's fine. It's fine. It's all there.
Exactly. So I think the way you describe it to me, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you described it to me as there was a fear of visibility. There was a fear of kind of coming out of the spiritual closet properly. There was a fear of believing in yourself that you could go into your soul mission, whatever that's going to be, whether that's going to be healing or coaching or transforming someone else's life or kinesiology or whatever it was going to be, from having no fear of doing it at all.
Absolutely. That's why
that's how I read it. Yeah, exactly. And you just like, it's just me. So the witch wound, for anyone listening here who are not sure about what the witch wound is the wound where the person has got DNA memory from being either burnt or locked away or killed or something for being a witch, or for being accused for being a witch. And that fear is locked into the DNA and the cells, and it makes the person freeze. And they don't really know why. So it's like embedded over many, many lifetimes, it was history. because even before the witch hunt, there was other things that suppressed women for their powers. I mean, sure. So it's that suppression and hiding and dismissing the feminine intuitive powers, because that's really why they
And
were killed.
Yeah.
I mean, so for that reason, yeah. So you did really well there. There was a big, huge shift.
It was, and how you described it, that's exactly what I said to you. I feel like I'm coming out of a spiritual closet, because for many years I haven't spoken to even close friends or any of my circle. I've kept it all very, very quiet about what my beliefs are, or how I, quietly go about my business in the background. And it's not like I'm out there now ramming it down people's throats, but I'm more comfortable with it in myself. And the coaching is always something that I wanted to do, and that I'm making inroads with that. And I just feel like I've found my voice now, where it's okay and safe to do so, and found my truth, and it's all okay.
And it's all okay. Yeah. So just to summarize really there, because Julie, you were also a little bit unwell. There was things that we needed to work on. So going from feeling not 100% with your body, and I know we're still working on a few things, because healing is, you can't fix everything maybe in, a few months, but improving. But actually that was like the primary focus to start with.
Yeah.
However, since then, now you've enrolled a coaching course, you're doing the kinesiology course. You will probably, we're going to do some more work, but it's going to be a continuous learning journey now, I think. What you said to me, didn't you, the other day?
Yeah, so it's like absolutely, it's like I've spent the last year doing the healing and getting rid of not getting rid, but understanding and clearing and finding that alignment. And now I'm here. I'm giving myself the next year to do some more studying, because I still run a business. I've got another business that I run, which is quite time consuming. And my dad is still poorly and still with us, and I still look after him. But in the meantime, I'm going to spend this next year just doing the study, getting myself even more aligned, understanding the way the business side of this works with, like your entrepreneurship. And then after that, then look at how I'm going to do it. But yeah, I'm doing the kinesiology, doing the coaching on coaching.
Yeah.
I'm still working with you, but I'm just coming from a completely different space to where I was a year ago.
Your energy is so different.
Yeah,
it's so different.
There's no more drama controls anymore.
No. You got that still. We were talking about. I was talking to one of the lovely ladies that actually signed up last night to this business mentorship. We were just talking about how people who have done a lot of inner work and the energetic calibration, if you like, almost, they have a different energy about them. But there's just more of a stillness about them, that when you enter their space, it's just like, it's just a different calibration. And that, I spoke about that in the event as well, about how your energy as a space holder is really what the client would buy. They buy you. They buy your calibration. I know they buy the results for what they want to achieve, of course, but also they're buying your energy.
Absolutely. And you can't fake that.
And you can't fake it. This is the thing.
You
can't fake Zen, or like you can't fake the embodiment that you have achieved.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have gone through that process, like you did. You have to go through that process to get to the point where you can then even have half a chance of trying to guide and coach others down that's what it's all about, isn't it? Doing it for yourself so you can then do it for others. And it is just about that, empowering other people and embodying. Without the alignment with yourself, you've got there's no foundation.
There's no foundation, exactly. So I was talking about this I know that you probably didn't follow the event so much because you were really busy last week, and we're doing what we're doing kind of on the side. So it's like too much, Jenny. No, but we were talking, for those who are listening in now who didn't follow the event, but we were talking about how we have these 3 pillars as conscious entrepreneurs, or those people who are here to change other people's lives, whether you're a healer or a coach or a creative, it doesn't really matter what category, but you're here to transmit and change other people's lives. So we have the tools, obviously, that you need some sort of tools, like you are now learning the coaching and you're learning the kinesiology. And I think you're going to do the divine healing as well this year at some point.
Yeah.
So they will
have my essences. I love my
essences. Like in your essences, you love your essences. So you have some tools. And then we've got obviously the personal calibration, which is the deep work, which is the energy work, which is the clearing of the programs, upgrading your mindset and those things, just so that you can be the best version of yourself. And then obviously you have the marketing, the energetics of the 5D marketing, so that you can actually do the business thing. And that those 3 pillars are kind of, you set up for success then, because you'll be fine. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's just those, yeah.
It's the obviously I did dip into some of your course last week, because I always like listening to everything you've got to say. But as we know, I'm not.
I know you were lurking outside.
At that point. But that is desperately. That is exactly what I will need once I've got my plan in place, because that's where my knowledge. I'm very lucky to have the connection with spirit that I do, and my guidance and intuition and all the rest of it. But that side of it, that's a whole different can of worms for me.
Yeah,
I will be having you to hold my hand, let me tell you, through all of that.
I'll be like, come through the program for 12 months, you'll be fine.
No, it's great that it's both sides. You've got both sides of the coin going on.
Yeah. Well, it is. This is interesting, because more and more pieces are coming as well through with the energetic and the 5D marketing, because in any business, I think they say 60% of your time should be spent in marketing, or at least you're paying someone else to do that part of your business, to do the marketing and become visible, to have a successful business. So, but then we discovered, and I think many people, I spoke to somebody, was it this morning? Yes, I spoke to somebody, a lovely lady this morning, and she shared with me the same, that she had gone as an energetic, like as a creative, and as a sensitive, intuitive channel, really, that's what she is. She'd gone through a 3D business marketing program, and everything was like jarred, because it's not designed for highly energetic or higher calibrated businesses, or the business owner is just vibrating at a different level and just has a different, the money is not the actual goal, although we want to make a lot of money. The goal is always the purpose. Like the goal is always the help and the serving the person. However, we can't do that for free. So a byproduct of serving well and serving in a manner that helps the person in a tremendous way will be profit. And that's the difference, because they will lead. And no fault of that. A business usually is seen as profit margins, like, it has to be the financial aspect of business. If you asked even a building company, or like, or any even solicitors or something, they'd be like, what's our profit margin here in this firm? That's important. You're an accountant, know this, right? So
and the business that we run,
everything is all about. She is an accountant as well. But so like the difference here, I just wanted to say this now, because people are listening, and that they move the needle towards profit, which is fine in a way, but the heart space where we come from is not driven. We're not driving the business for profit. We're driving it for the greater good. So then the attention has to just be slightly different. And then when we try to fit our the task doing and all the motions that 3D business marketing teaches us, it takes us out of alignment with why we're here in the first place. And it doesn't work. We don't sign up clients. We just do fall flat on our faces. And we think then there's something wrong with us, but it's not. It's the market.
It is all about the alignment with the soul purpose, isn't it? Because that is the to use the manifestation of it all, that as long as the focus is on the doing the good for others and serving as best as you can for the good of the universe, then the rest is byproduct.
It's a byproduct.
The profit is the product, is the byproduct. But if you focus on the profit and you're doing it for that and not necessarily from a place of,
it's not going to work.
The heart center, the two won't meet. And I think there's an element of that even in normal business where you are worrying about the profit margins, because if you're out there and being scrupulous and not caring about your employees, not caring about your client, those businesses are the ones that succeed the most, because again, you're caring for it as an all-round thing, but
conscious heart-based
absolutely
focus is obviously happening in many businesses that are not healing businesses, of course. But it's that real mismatch where the focus is on the money and then the focus on the service, and then they try to combine those two. It just doesn't work. So and
I know a lot of people say that you should try and have multiple incomes, don't they? So that or in the beginning, I don't know how your view on this actually, but because then you have an income whilst you're setting up your business, so you can focus on the soul purpose, and the monetary issue follows.
So the way I recommend it is that it's always more stressful to create a soul business under financial pressure. Only, I'm not talking financial pressure that you have to just be a little bit more scrutinous and focus a little bit more. I'm meaning you have nothing. That's stressful. I think we can all manage through financial situations where we can build on purpose. But I recommend that if a person comes into a soul business and they have 0 clients, 0 audience, because it's all about the audience anyway, the bigger the pool of the audience, the more leads you will have. So obviously you don't want to come into that space with nothing backing up, whether you had another stream of income or whether you had some saved money, or whether you have just you're doing it joint, your husband or a partner supporting your growth for that specific time. That's probably the most wise and sensible way of doing it. I wouldn't recommend to go in to do something and push to get it done, because then you're taking away the flow element as well. So I have been speaking to some ladies. So I've said for this particular business program, my goal is obviously that they get return on investment every month, minimum to start, as soon as they start, because it's £333 a month. So that it's very doable to get that going. If it was 3,000, it would probably be harder to get that going. But the idea is really the return on investment. And I think it's just good to do everything in a structured manner where you just kind of you're thinking about how you're going to do it, basically. I mean, I know how you are going to do it. You've got your other business, so maybe you want to.
I mean that's something that's always going to be sitting there.
Be there, exactly. So it means you're not going to have pressure when you're building. Maybe time pressure. I don't know.
I think for me, it's more just doing something that I know how can I put this? It excites me when I start working with other people or talking about this sort of stuff. I get the excitement, even when I'm doing some basic healing. with my essences and things that I can see visual changes, you know, I get such an excitement. That's not work. So for me, that's just doing
soul
what I think I should be doing. Yeah, that's
exactly.
absolutely. And if I was to get paid for that, then great. But that's just easy. That to me is like the hobby, the joy, the you know,
the joy,
is,
the creativity, the fun, like
absolutely. So I'll have the normal 9 to 5. It's not 9 to 5, but the normal job in the background. But yeah, if I can expand upon that, but I'm just gathering my tools at the moment.
Yeah, you're gathering your tools at the moment. Yeah, you're not ready to come in the business program now because we're still working one-on-one and we're just doing other things. But you're just doing it the right way, really. You're clearing yourself up and you're doing, you know, you're feeling good about this now. So it's nice.
Absolutely. It is. It's a wonderful feeling. Definitely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Julie, for taking the time out.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's been really nice. And you know, I'm really looking forward. I'm seeing you flourish. It's been amazing. So I feel good about that because I feel good when my clients feel good. Like I'm like, oh yeah, look, God, they are doing so well.
Yeah.
So it's really brilliant. So I love this type, you know, I love this. So keep on thriving.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for everything.
So thank you. We're going to finish now. So if you have any questions, people watching, the doors are closing on Friday night to the business success, the energetic way, the 12-month mentorship. Drop me a message. Many of you have booked calls anyway with me, and many of you are talking to again. So just let me know if you want to jump in, and we're going to have an awesome time. I've got 6 people in so far, and I've got another 2 that are just waiting to pay. So I have a feeling we'll get about 10, 15 people in this, actually. So it'll be amazing. All right. Thank you, Julie.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Jenny.
See you soon. Thank you for watching, people. Love having you here. Bye. Bye.